Greetings YouTube. I would like to show off this bowl, but to show off this bowl I have to take the contents out. So I thought I'd show the contents as well. These are things that I've collected over the last, I don't know, 20 years or so, maybe a little longer. I'm not 100% positive. Not all of them are of any value at all. Some of them I think might even be broken because this bowl has shown a little battle damage over time because I've had more than one move, and one was after a fire, so it was done in somewhat of a hurry. I have a real thing for garnet. I always loved natural garnets. I thought they were very cool. Not all the stones in here are in great shape. That's not a stone. That's a button of the Precision Body Arts. Oh, it's from a place that my wife had actually considered having a tattoo done, I think. I also have an affection for hematite. I have quite a few pieces of hematite kicking around in my life. Some rose quartz. Some natural malachite. I recently showed off a piece of a sculpted piece of malachite, which was a lion. This is an acorn. I can't remember the significance of said acorn, but it must have had some significance. I saved it. We have a skull, useful for gaming props as well, both in real size. You say this is the item you find, you hand it to them and say this is the size it is, or you say this is the size, you put it on the table and say it's the same size as your characters, and that makes people really, really nervous. I have no idea what the agate is. This agate? Well, I'm not positive, but it had nice, some nice inclusions. I think is what the proper term for it. Here's another piece. This is a Herkimer diamond, I think. I believe this is a Herkimer diamond. I have a few Herkimer diamonds in my collection. I like them. And this is a broken piece of quartz. This is one of the pieces that was battle damaged by numerous moves in my life. Yep, here's another piece of stone that didn't make it. I may just get rid of the completely broken stones. I don't know if I have any use for them or not. Here we have a cool marble. And apparently I have to change the battery. I shall be back in a moment. And we're back. And I don't actually know what this piece was. What this is. Knowing myself, I liked it because of that nice transition line. Ooh, this one's got some nice fire in it. That one's definitely got some nice fire in it. And this is a medallion that had belonged to an old girlfriend many, many years ago. And she didn't want it because the loop broke and it was cast metal, so you can't really fix it. So I just ground it off and then just kept it around because I thought it was attractive. I like the greens in this one. And we have an actual marble. Handmade marble. Which I believe I purchased from the man who made it. And there's some more broken quartz. Broken quartz I might find a use for, I'm not sure. Here we have some amethyst. More hematite. I always love the fact that hematite has that wonderfully metallic vibe to it. You know, it looks like a piece of metal. Apparently, I have multiple spheres of hematite. Who knew? And I don't know if the camera's picking up that, but it's got some lovely little flecks in there that sparkle just right, and that is an impact. That light spot looks like it's an impact probably when this was dropped during that rather horrible move. Ooh, more malachite. This one, a piece that's been polished, so left in its roughly natural state. Here we have a natural piece of copper. So that's what it looks. That's what copper looks like, and you can find. You can actually find copper nuggets like this. And this is shoot. I want to say they call it an Apache tier, but I could be wrong. I can't remember what it's called. It's very dense, though. Here we have a scarab. This one is just ceramic, but it's cool. I think I purchased it as a bead to make something out of it and never made it out of it. This piece I've had for ages. I've had this since I was a kid. I have no idea where I got it from. It's an actual stone, but it was made to be like built into a piece of costume jewelry of some variety. Because obviously it's not... Here we have another stone that didn't survive. So we get a very sharp point on this. Again, it didn't make it because this container was harmed. Here we have some more broken quartz. And here we have a natural crystal shape, though I think this point was broken off. And this was I purchased because it has that wonderful vibe that it looks a lot like a D8. And I like that. You can see that in there. Can you see that fire in there? It's very, very smoky, but there's distinctly, there we go. That's a nice fire in there. So I'm digging into things that are semi-jagged. Here we go. Now this one is in a fairly large piece. I don't know if I broke that or I might have been. That looks like it may have been old. This one looks like it may have been part of the damage done by the move. Here we have a natural quartz sphere. I actually have here we have a little piece of garnet. Scrying ball somewhere. And we have a very old D20. I don't remember where I got this one from. This is back in the days when D20 only had one set of numbers on each side, so you had to color them with a crayon so you could tell them apart. And here we have a nice little marble. Like a vaguely earth thing going on there. Here we have this could be another piece of this possibly obsidian, onyx. Onyx could be onyx. I'm not positive. And again, I purchased this strictly for the color, I believe. Some of these were also gifts from people, so there's a reason I may not know all of them, where they're all from. And here we have a piece of actual glass. This was sea glass at one time. It's in pretty bad shape now. Here we have some nice fire in this one. That was actually a piece of sea glass I found when I was a kid. Again, didn't make it because of the move. Here we have the other half of that stone, which I originally had purchased because of that wonderful window effect. Let me save this one. The other piece was a little small and kind of sharp. More hematite. And a broken, this is a natural piece of quartz that I found as a kid, which is kind of sad because now it's busted. I found it as a kid. What do I got left in here? What do we got left in here? A bunch of shards of things which are somewhat dangerous. These are kind of dangerous. So I think I'm going to get rid of those shards so that someone doesn't get hurt if they reach into my container here. Alright, so this is I'm gonna bust that out. Oh, let's see what we got. Pewter. And I can't read that other Gibson, I think, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. My eyes are not the best, and I'm not wearing the proper glasses. But I purchased this, and when I purchased it, it didn't have this ding in it. It didn't have this ding in it. It was in pretty good shape. It wasn't perfect. There were some scratches and things in it. Like there's a scratch here in the lip that was here when I purchased it. But I have a great love of metal, and the person selling this was selling it at a discount. I think I paid, I don't know, like $20 for this. It was a long time ago. But I love the overall look of it. It is just a great shape. You know what I mean? And so that's my pewter bowl, and these are the stones that normally live in it. And I'll be getting rid of those smaller pieces that are kind of dangerous, and I'll put the rest of them back in here. It normally lives on my dresser, and it's just something that I keep around. I have some more stones someplace. I need to go hunt them down. They're probably scattered here and hither and nigh, and I can maybe do some of those in a future episode of an art collection aspect. But there you go, folks. Here's my favorite pewter bowl and the contents therein.